What's up? It's take number 3. Fuck me. Usually I do all videos first time as my brain processes the information. So today we got the XS650. We got the stupid carburetor set up on there. Makes it run like fucking half-ass. Actually, it runs out. It starts perfect. Butter smooth. Boom. Fires up at the first fucking thing. We had switched this thing over to a hand shift foot clutch so that, you know, this side of the bar is empty. And it worked perfect until I just dropped the bike, going like 1.5 miles an hour in a parking lot. It was gravelly. I was trying to do a tight left-hand turn. It was uneven. It was just boom, boom, drop the clutch and dropped the bike over and broke my weld. And the weld was, I had this welded onto here, which is just a piece of metal shaft, and then had a threaded rod in here. You clean the threads out of this because it doesn't need to be threaded anymore, and that allows you to adjust your clutch out here, outside of the housing, you know. So this is going to be sticking out through, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, when I dropped the bike, this thing got busted. The weld on here broke, which was my weak point. I already knew that was the weak point. I can re-weld this thing. That's not a big deal. Make it even better than it was. But I decided, fuck that. We're going to overcomplicate my life even fucking more. Because this is already the sketchiest fucking bike you've ever seen. Because I mean, I got suspension on the rear and springer on the front because, you know, fucking stupid fucking honky. The plan here is do a hydraulic clutch. So looked on the internets, seen what people were doing, saw most of the people were taking the other external style or out here, making them mount up and go into your little housing. And that idea would work. 100% the idea works. But I wanted mine internal. Or I wanted mine to not be a big old chunk sticking out here, which it really don't fucking matter. I mean, it's not like we're going for fucking looks here. You know, she ain't the prettiest fucking belle of the ball, let me tell you. But I decided, hey, let's see what else. And I found one guy, he made an internal one. And I also saw what I think is German, where there's a kit you can buy from Germany where they're making them internal style up in here. Not 100% positive, and I don't speak German, so, you know. All right, took a look at the couple pictures the guy made. I'm like, okay, I can do that. How do I know I can do that? Well, I don't. But I do know that I've got an old Bridgeport here, and I've got an old lathe here, and I got a bunch of, you know, stock laying around. So I took just a piece of 2-inch bar stock that I had floating around, cleaned it up a little bit, bored it all out, except for I got to step on the board because it jumped in the fucking jaws, because, you know, fuck me right in the ass. So I got to freaking take that out. I got to fix that. This machine surface really doesn't matter at all. I didn't even do a finishing cleanup pass because it doesn't fucking matter. Although I did there, and that came out nice. Did out here even. And that came out nice. Now you notice there's a little step right there. That's going to be for a snap ring, the main body, the center bore. It's got this flat here, so that you're going to drop it in, boom, just like that. On the outside, you put your little snap ring in the little groove right there. Should work perfect. Put your little beauty cover cap back on there. Nobody can even see the Jesus thing. And I'm probably gonna play around with where I want the line. I put a flat right here because originally I was gonna do like a little 90 thing and then shoot up. I may just try and get a flexible line and bend it. I really wasn't sure how this was gonna work, so that's why it's right there. I figured give this a little bit of rotational bit for the 90-degree to go out and stick out. However that ends up being, I'm not really sure. Out through the original hole, out the top, run a hydraulic line. make a foot clutch pedal out of presumably some kind of foot brake with hydraulic foot brake, you know, because I got disc brakes on the back of the old shovel here. So hoping to make something like that design work on this. Problem is a mirror image. All these are usually meant for left hand or right hand foot brake, not left hand foot brake. So I got to see if I can find a left hand foot hydraulic foot brake for a motorcycle, or fabric cobble something up. I don't know yet. It can be done, I'm sure. So as we can see, got that made. I'm gonna have to overbore this way larger than originally planned. My original plan was to use a piece of 1-inch bar stock, which I've got, you know, little cut off bits, and just polish this out, put a groove in it, put an O-ring or 2 in it, probably 2. I'd like to do 2 just because 2 will center it better instead of it sliding on 1, because but because the piece of aluminum shifted just a hair in the vise, or in the jaws of the lathe, I'm probably gonna have to use a larger oversize, so I'm probably gonna have to bore it out to this size, which kind of sucks. Way bigger. I don't know what this is, 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch. I don't have stainless. I would prefer making this out of stainless. I don't have any bar stock sitting around, so we're gonna see what this does. Also in the tip of that, I'm gonna try and put a bronze bushing in the center, just so that it has a little bit of you know, it's a wearable part. You get what I'm saying? So anybody wants to know what's going on, you want to know how it's happening, this is just step 1. Made this yesterday, and then maybe I'll polish this thing out, make it all fucking pretty, but who the fuck cares? It's inside of a fucking shit looking motorcycle. So that's where we're at. It's La Cucaracha, the little cockroach, which, I mean, really, look at this fucking I had to put a little piece of leather over here to cover up my shitty fucking welding when I freaking cut the handlebars, because they were too narrow to fit on that frickin' front end there. And I've been side other projects. I got the old shovel head. I just got to re-weld the passenger side, or the right side fuel tank. The one tab keeps breaking, and it's been shimmed, it's been shimmed, and it's been shimmed, and yes, it's shimmed correctly. It just fucking vibrates like a motherfucker. So, you know, it's, and, you know, fucking Harley shit. This thing doesn't vibrate at all because it's fucking perfect. My little wife's little 250, and that thing's a dream. And I also got the old brand new Indian Chief 1900 cc's of somethings. I love this bike. It's fun, but not as much as I like this one. Peace out, bitches. Hope somebody learned something.